So it seems that Tesla have secretly updated the Autopark software in one of the updates in early 2026. So what I'm going to do is park in one of those spaces there and see whether it's any different, because before it struggled in one of these. However, the hedgerow was more overgrown then, and it was hanging out into the tarmac more. So we've got a bit more space now, but before it wouldn't put the nose of the car into the hedgerow. So I've picked a particularly tight space. There is no way I can open the doors when I get into this space. But look at that. Now going forward to line up again. Yeah, the software's definitely improved. So I've come to this Waitrose car park because over here there's some rapid chargers in the corner, and this is where I was using the self-parking on a previous video, and it wouldn't get in between these chargers because the bushes and things here are overhanging too much. So let's see whether it does it now. So I'm just going to park into the corner like that and simply reverse back into there. I suspect it's going to do it fine because we're in winter now, so there isn't so much overhanging stuff over here, and it's going to get closer to that curb. Yeah, it's going to do that. Well, I was just about to say it's going to do that easily. I thought that was going to swing straight in there, but we're going forward again and going back. So that wasn't difficult for it. But as I said, last time I tried it, it failed going in there. So there we go. It's parked between that green cabinet there and the two charging units there. So it seems this improved Autopark software was introduced in the 2026.2.3 update, which my car got on the 31st of January 2026. The adaptive headlights also changed significantly in this update, even though neither were mentioned in the release notes. Let's find one that's awkward. Yeah, let's do that one there. So there's a curb in front, and it's got to probably reverse the car back. Yeah, there we go. It's doing what I would have done. So it's reversed back before it's attempting the turn. So that's pretty clever. Yeah, it's definitely more advanced. They've definitely changed it. It's quicker. And I'm watching the mirrors. Yes, definitely quicker. It makes you feel a bit nervous. Right. That was actually quite an awkward space because these two cars are at different angles. And it did that pretty quick. So let's now go and try to find somewhere to parallel park and see if I can notice any differences with the way the car does that. So I've sped this up here, but the car wasn't recognising some of these spaces on the right. Possibly they weren't large enough. So let's try a parallel bay here. It is residents only, so I'll have to right, that's interesting. Passenger there walked by and is getting into her car and opening the door. So I was just waiting to see what the car was going to do, and obviously it waited for her, but as she opened the door it then decided to carry on. So it started moving when the door was open, and I'm just watching the rear white tyre there on the curb. That got about that close to the curb, and now this car in front is moving, so how's it going to handle that? There. That's done a very good job considering there was lots of variables changing. That car had the woman getting in, and then it pulled away, and there was a car pulling out onto the road beside us. So it had all these things going on. It paused a bit for safety, which is right, but then it did it. It did a flipping good job. Let's just have a look to see how close we are to the curb. That's how far we are from the car behind. So now I'm going to try to find some more parallel bays to park in, because I feel they're more tricky than reverse parking. Let's try that one. It's not a difficult one. It's the end of the bay, so it's much longer. So you should do that easily. What's it doing? But the issue here is it's got a very narrow curb. It's going in very steep. Look at that. It's getting the accuracy better between your tyre and the curb, which obviously you can't see. Before it would hit the curb here, because the curb is only about this tall, and it effectively wouldn't really see it. And we're swinging in now to get closer to that curb. Even though that was an easy bay, it's done a very good job again. It's not perfectly straight though, but it's done a good enough job. This is what happens if you want to cancel a self-park in mid-flow. A car from the right wanted to pull into the road I was blocking, so I just steered and accelerated, and Autopark cancelled. So now let's try this very narrow street. So now we've got a car very close there, but a nice long bay to reverse into, as you can see. But it couldn't swing the front of the car out. But yet again, it's done a good job. Yeah. Have you noticed a difference with Tesla's Autopark system since that 2026.2.3 update? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you found this one interesting. You know what to do, and I'll see you on the next one. If you like the video, please do click the thumbs up button, and leaving a comment also helps too. Plus, of course, subscribe if you're not. There's the super thanks button if you'd like to go further, especially if a video has saved you time or money. There's over 1,200 videos on the channel, so have a browse, use the search, and have a look at the playlists. And here's 2 videos you may want to check out.